Have you ever been sleepy driving? Started to nod off at the wheel? It can be scary and it can be quite dangerous. According to the Washington State Patrol, on Thursday, a young man driving north from Benton City towards Highway 240 on Highway 225 fell asleep at the wheel, crossed over the center line, and hit an oncoming SUV that had 3 passengers in it. All 4 people were injured in the accident and had to be taken to local hospitals. According to the Washington State Patrol, the young man is going to be cited for reckless driving as well as not having insurance. Luckily, no one was seriously hurt. It could have been much worse. Number of times I've pulled over at a gas station or a rest area and taken a nap for about an hour or 2 just to make sure that I'm ready to get back on the road and don't have something serious like this happen. Let's take a moment and see what the role of insurance is in a situation such as this. First, let's look at coverage to get the SUV fixed. Obviously, since the young man had no insurance, there's no help coming from him. The SUV owner hopefully had either uninsured motorist or collision coverage on his policy. Uninsured motorist would normally be better in this situation because it only has a $100 deductible when you know who it is that hit you. $300 if it's hit and run and you don't know who it is. But a $100 deductible is not bad to get your car fixed. If he doesn't have uninsured motorist, hopefully he has collision coverage. Collision would pay to fix the car, but you have a $500 deductible normally. It can be higher, it can be lower, but the average is $500 deductible. If the SUV owner has neither, then his only recourse is to go after the young man in court. But more than likely, he would not be able to get anything because even if you win, what kind of assets do you have to go after with a 22-year-old? And you can't get a lawyer to really help you because even if you win, there's no money there to pay the lawyer. So small claims court, a judgment on wages, figure out how to garnish his wages. It's a losing proposition, and that's why uninsured motorist coverage is so important. What about medical coverage for the people in the SUV? If the SUV owner has PIP or personal injury protection, then each person in the car has access to $10,000 for both medical bills and another $10,000 for lost wages if they're unable to work due to the injuries. If the passengers in the car have their own personal injury protection on their own car insurance, they have access to that $10,000 personal injury protection, medical, and lost wages as well. If they don't have the personal injury protection, then you have to use your own personal health insurance and pay the deductibles associated with that. Now, the young man who fell asleep at the wheel is pretty much out of luck. He doesn't have any insurance to pay for his totaled vehicle, and he has no car insurance or personal injury protection to pay for his medical bills. Hopefully, he has personal health insurance that would cover the hospital visit after the accident. Now, since the young man had no insurance, the Department of Licensing will suspend his license because he caused a car accident and did not have insurance to cover the people that he hurt. To get his license back, he is going to have to make a restitution plan with the other parties, as well as carry an SR-22 for at least 3 years. An SR-22 is a form that's filed with the state to prove that he has insurance, something that's filed by his new insurance company. And if he ever lets that insurance lapse during the time he needs to carry it, which is usually 3 years, he will have his license suspended again so that he will not be able to drive, or he would get a more serious ticket if he drove without insurance. Lessons learned. Always carry insurance. Whether you are the victim of a car accident or you're the one who causes the car accident, it's important to have insurance. Uninsured motorist is one of the most important coverages I feel on a car insurance policy. You want to make sure that you and your loved ones are protected if you get hit by someone who doesn't carry either any insurance or just carries minimum insurance. What kind of coverage do you want if you got hit by someone? That's how much insurance you should carry, and carry matching uninsured motorist so that you can be protected. Let me ask you this. If you had been involved in this accident, somebody had fallen asleep at the wheel, crossed the center line, hit you, are you covered? If you're not sure, call your insurance agent. Ask them how your insurance would take care of you in this situation. Would your car be covered? Would you be covered? Would any passengers in your car be covered? This is a good time to check and make sure you have the insurance you need. And if you don't have an agent you can call and you live in Washington State, we at Mid-Columbia Insurance would love to talk with you about the options that are available, see what we can do. Phone number here is 509-783-5600. Be careful out there.